Nick.
Yep.
Have you seen that they're building a fence out back?
Is that what I keep hearing?
Yeah, that's what they're building.
It just sounds like aggressive gardening.
Yeah, so...
Like someone's really going fucking ham on a hedge or something.
Someone is. So, yeah, any audio that you hear of gardening, I don't know whether they will hear it, but if they do, I'm sorry.
It's kind of loud, but it should just be in the background.
Should be bearable anyway.
You should be able to live with that.
So, Alfie, you had a story that you really wanted to bring up before.
Was that Nick biting me?
Yes.
Oh boy, I didned do shit.
Nick,
Fuck you.
Nick gave me an orange.
I thought it was an orange.
Yeah, thank you for the orange. And I fed him a bit of orange, and I was like pushing it into his mouth a bit more for him, helping him. And
he held it out to me like that, and so I was just gonna bite the orange out of his hand.
But I was pushing it into his mouth, helping him, and he just chomped down expecting a juicy burst, and instead he just really bit my finger.
And I was like...
Nick just looked terrified, and I was just like, what the fuck?
I just bit human flesh. I was like, what the fuck?
It's like when the dog bites you and then it realises it fucked up.
Yeah. And we just freaked out for a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, Nick bit me. That was the entire story.
Does it? What?
I drank I've gone through half a bottle of whiskey though as well. That's why I thought, I'm gonna push this orange down Nick's throat. And hope he doesn't bite me. Yeah.
Deep throat the orange.
Yeah, because I put it on in his mouth, and I was pushing it in for him a little bit more. Trying to be a helpful friend.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for sticking things
and
down
he eats me.
Yeah, don't put shit in my throat.
Dad.
Could we not have Dad going on in this podcast?
What?
Please?
But that's mine and Alfie's whole thing. I'm gonna wash my hands up in your sink because I've got rabbit hair and I want to put my glasses on without getting rabbit hair in my eyes.
I'll put your glasses on for you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just don't bite me.
I can't promise shit. I can't promise shit.
You have to help me. Stop just making a goofy face.
Oh, mate.
You can't just shake your head at me as I'm trying to put glasses on for you. This is fucking Michael J. Fox. Fucking.
What? Because I can't stop shaking?
Yeah. It's like, just stop.
Is that because he puts a lot of camera shake in his fucking creations? Who's the one that does
Michael J. Fox is Back to the Future and he has Parkinson's disease.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he has Parkinson's. That's why he shakes all the time.
Does he?
It's not for films. He doesn't even make fucking Fast and Furious films.
That's my.
He's just picked up a plastic ring and he's explaining what it is.
That's my ring.
Is that what fell off the bike?
Is that what you got married
Yeah, this is
with?
what fell off the bike. And talking about the bike, I went out and bought an electric bike recently. Nick did not like this decision.
No, I didn't like it.
No, Nick was telling you last night, you were bantering about the bike and you just had a falling out over a fucking electric bike.
No, but it was sick. I really like electric bikes. Really do. I think they're pretty cool. I mean, it's good mode of transport, good for commuting and stuff
Personally, I see it as a lazy bike, but that's because I always have just seen bikes as a thing you also get fit on as you move.
Yeah.
I get why electric bikes are useful. Yeah, but as you said, you rode around for 4 hours and didn't break a sweat. That pedaling isn't doing shit. You're just kind of moving your legs to the rhythm of the bike moving.
Okay. I always thought break a sweat was a weird phrase because I sweat if I stand up too fast. I get warm real quick.
Yeah, but
But I'm ginger as well, so I just die in the heat.
That doesn't change anything.
So it's break a sweat. It's okay, I'll walk up a flight of stairs.
Come up,
come up to see me.
Well, yeah. So every time I come here, because Nick, they live up 3 flights of stairs, Nick and Lewis, and I'm going to have a cigarette outside and cool down first.
And then yesterday you got into my room and you were still like, oh my god, it's so fucking hot.
And I was like, Nick, open the fucking window. And then went down to get pizza and I had to come back up and I was like, no, I'm going to rest now.
So I'm really almost died from the greasiness of the pizza.
Yeah, it was fucking disgusting, but it was great.
We got pizza go-go's.
It was really gross.
They're so bad, but they're so everyone has them pizza places that they're their fast food places that they go to that they know is disgusting food.
It made Papa John's look gourmet, and Papa John's is fucking disgusting. Sponsored by Domino's.
But they're still going there.
I don't know. I don't have like the biggest problem with Papa John's.
Like the garlic sauce is fucking repulsive.
Yeah,
it's just like butter.
Slimy. It's just.
Who's the one that does the really thick garlic butter sauce?
That's Papa John's. It's just yellow and it looks like pus.
Every time you eat it, you can get to like I normally get like one slice. I can dip it like twice, and then it's so sickly. I just can't eat any more of it.
Yeah, I had it. I was like, the pizza was tolerable, but that was fucking disgusting. Domino's is the best garlic sauce, though.
They have just a normal garlic sauce.
Yeah, it's great. It's just garlic mayo.
I'm a big advocate of Pizza Hut, but only when you go and eat in. Like,
I've only
if you
had
order Pizza Hut, they always like the crust goes weird, and they're always like oddly like almost styrofoamy. You know what I mean?
See, I've never had Pizza Hut outside of Pizza Hut, and I only had that once, and that was for a birthday party, and I ate so much ice cream that I vomited in the middle of Pizza
Oh my god,
Hut.
they have that ice cream machine. Yeah, I vomited as a kid as well. I vomited when I fucking did that when I was like 8. I was like, I'm going to the ice cream machine again, Mom. She's like, don't.
No.
And I'm like,
no.
They
basically have like an unlimited stand where you can get as much ice cream as you wish.
It's great.
As long as you pay
it's so good.
$1.50.
Yeah, and as a child, I was like, well, I'm just going to fucking eat
as
ice
a fucking adult, I'll do that as well. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I was like,
I can afford it now.
I was like, this will be a great idea. I'll just eat loads of ice cream.
Yeah.
Ate loads of ice cream. I sat down like at this table, and we had like this booth which had like a circular, the circular tables with the like American style dynasties like curling around it.
Yeah, like kind of
sat in
bar
one of them.
stools,
I'm sat right in the centre of one of them with two
Is that
kids
the one
on
in
either
Hedge
side.
End?
Yes.
I love that one.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Sat with two kids either side of me on this bench, and I'm starting to eat this ice cream. I'm loving it. Third bowl comes up, eating this third bowl. Fourth bowl comes up, eating this fourth bowl.
Jesus Christ.
I get to the fifth. Right? I get to the fifth. At this point, I know that I'm not going to finish this bowl, but I still wanted ice cream. So I started eating. Then I realised that I'm still eating and it's still going down. And so it starts building up. And then all of a sudden I start feeling like I'm getting hot and sweaty. And as a 10-year-old, I'm like, what the fuck? This is wrong. I'm dying. I'm eating ice cream and getting hot. What?
Are you getting like sexually frustrated from the ice cream? You're there getting hot and sweaty, like
jump up from the stool, start jerking it on the table.
Come into
fucking
the other
3
kids'
kids
ice
around
cream.
me. Fucking, you want some icing?
Oh. I'm gonna animate this.
Oh, but fucking 5 years old can't come. Basically. So, yeah, I get to the hot and sweaty stage, and then I like kind of want to get out, and I'm like, right, I need to get out of this situation. So I'm trying to kind of push the other kids out of the way to try and get out over them to get out the door and vomit, right? But I can't. And so what I do is I get up. As I stand up too quickly, vomit straight over the table, over the table, all over the floor, all over the kids next to me.
Yeah, this is like the children's equivalent of going mental in a bar. Or like a nightclub.
This is a
Lewis, you ate too much ice cream, dude.
I got fucked up, dude.
You go to the bathroom, you try to snort some crushed up Smarties.
Fucking kids rolling around in my vomit like.
Oh, did you ever? This is one time in fucking school where like, as a reward, the teacher would give us like love hearts and shit, and the Parma violets.
Oh, I love love hearts. I hate Parma violets. They taste of nothing. Fuck Parma violets.
And the fucking head boy,
I agree.
I sat next to, like, he says, "Oh, if you do a line of love hearts, I'll give you a can of Coke." And I say, "Yeah, fucking do it." And like, he crushed out this line, and he's using the fucking ruler, and it's a foot-long line of love hearts. And the teacher's out of the room at the time, so I just get ready and try and go for it. I never even snorted anything before this point.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Alfie, how old were you?
Oh, I was like 16.
Oh.
And yeah, I did that, and like I was like, my nose was bleeding, and like, I was crying, and the teacher comes in. She's like, "What are you doing?" Because like, my face was like covered in powder, and I was like, "No, it's love hearts. It's love hearts."
I wasn't doing crack, coke, heroin. What?
And the head boy, who's the head boy, is like, "Yeah, it's love hearts." I don't know why he did it, because he's the head boy.
So
but he got away
him.
with everything.
The thing is,
he came up with Sharpie Catch.
Yes.
Which is when you just throw Sharpies at each other until the fucking ink just goes everywhere. Most of my school uniforms that I still have They're just covered in highlighter ink.
Do you want to know, right? We had that guy. We had that kid in our school. I think every school had that one kid.
Well, the kid who
was
got away with everything because he was nice.
Yeah, the one that was a really goody two.
Who was fucking crazy.
Yeah, he just did everything. Yeah,
just young sociopaths.
Literally.
Like Mormon kids.
They're definitely gonna grow up and like murder people and get away with it because they're not.
No, they'll be senators and lawyers.
They'll be predators. They'll be the fucking predators. Like 80 of us predators. Why do we go African?
TJ.
Oh, Snake started manifesting in my house physically when the man from the internet sent me this picture.
What? Context?
Oh, it was like I think it was like a Christian channel or something in Africa. He's talking about this man he met on the internet, and you sent him a picture, and then he says like, "My house is cussed now."
It has got JPEG going around the wall. I cannot find it. I look in the cupboard, it's not there.
It's okay, we're black.
Alfie is anyway.
Yeah.
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 Homie.
I'm not allowed to say that word.
No.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, no.
But Nick's the darkest one out of us.
I ain't dark.
Because you're like European, like Mediterranean.
I'm caramel coloured, and if I'm in the sun, I actually do go brown. But like when I'm here, I'm just like caramel.
See, by like ginger standards, I'm like dark skin. I'm like half Africa dark skin by ginger.
You do
people.
have like a tan to you. Like your arms are pretty tanned for a
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
for a ginger.
For a ginger.
That's the word of my people. Only we can use it. What's poppin', my ginger?
Oh my god.
That's an anagram of the other word.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
So you got a new phone, Alfie?
Yeah.
Why?
I fucking broke my headphone port the other one because it got yanked out by a machine.
Damn.
Yeah, and it was like right at the end of the day as well. And I was like having a seizure at home. I was like, Mum, I need to go out and get a new phone from Argos because I'm not working there without my music. I work 10 hours a fucking day.
Oh, bugger
I'm
that.
not doing that.
Bugger that.
Yeah.
Worst job you've ever done. For Nick, this won't count because he's never done a job.
Oh no, I worked at a bar, nigga.
Okay.
Fuck! I worked at a bar.
You've worked at a bar.
Worked at a bar. And there was a lot of old people, and some of them like did banter, and some of them were just like real
Racist.
assholes. Yeah.
Yeah, I live in the countryside.
Neo-Nazis.
I'm used to that.
I was in the countryside yesterday. I rode down into the New Forest.
That's pretty peg.
For people that don't know this area, which they won't, it's
Don't
a
dox us.
massive. Yeah, just look up New Forest.
Yeah.
Like it's a massive nature reserve.
Yeah.
Like where
I
basically.
thought you were trying to think of the word forest for a second.
It's not
The
forest.
New
though.
Forest.
Yeah.
It's a massive. Fuck, what's it called?
It's not.
what's the place with the trees and shit?
What's got your dirt and your hills?
Well, when you think about it, you think about what's in there, not what it's called.
Yeah.
It's like a fly.
Fucking Nick has that problem.
That entire day is a story in itself.
But yeah.
But that's a story that can be saved.
But yeah, New Forest is
It's
fucking.
That's an
Bonus.
episode on its own.
New Forest is really good though because it has like open areas and like forest areas, so you can kind of go off of one track and kind of lead into like a really dark.
But you can
forest
get
area.
lost like that.
Oh fuck yeah! I got lost so easily, and
I've gotten lost where I live before.
The thing is,
Like,
when you're in
it's scary.
where you live in a very remote area.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
find the problem of where if you go out like into like a foresty area that you'll kind of, if you don't know the area
If
very
you go
well, you
off the
circle.
path, yeah,
You
can
end up
do that.
circling.
Yeah.
I do that. I don't know why. It's really stupid because you just think, oh, if I just take one left and then go, or one right and go.
But you
you'll be
keep
right.
walking
But
left.
you just keep going
Yeah.
left, and you end up going back to the same. I don't get it. It's
You
really
get fucked
weird.
by a werewolf or something.
I think it's just that we need a compass. I need a compass attached to my
Balls.
balls. Yes, I need it surgically stuck to my balls with fucking
It's like see-through so you
surgical
can see inside.
glass.
Surgical glass?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a glass that they have in surgical lands where they.
Oh, the African country of Sergia.
No, it's from the village
Yeah.
of Hululu. But basically,
Yeah.
basically, it's a glass that you get that you put over things. It hardens, and when you smash it, everything heals.
Is that from Starship Troopers or something?
I don't fucking know. fucking top of my head, top of my skull, top of my bonnet.
Bonnet? Nigga, you in it. Dude, you are the car.
Nick, stop!
Hey, I'm gonna be the one editing most of this, so just cut it.
Yeah, next to the editor.
That's why I keep stopping, give it a break, and then say what I meant to say.
Yeah.
And that's why if he.
But then if you edit that out, none of this makes any sense.
Oh no!
Just put a bleep over it.
You should have seen the edit I made before.
Oh,
I
yeah.
made everything make full sense.
Yeah, no, I'll show
okay.
you. I'll show you the last podcast that we recorded. It's really good. But anyways,
did we even do an introduction?
yeah.
Welcome to Dongelblurt, the Dongelvert podcast. I'm Nicholas.
I'm Lewis.
Hey.
That's Alfie. So,
Sorry, I was busy screaming.
as always.
Yeah.
I can't believe we forgot the fucking intro.
Yeah. How long have we been recording for?
I don't know. This is the intro now. Enjoy.
So
I don't give a fuck if it's not
just
the
leave
beginning.
it. Just leave
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, we intros in the middle of our podcast.
Yeah.
That's our thing. That's our take on podcasts.
Definitely.
We
And
just don't
we're
tell
not
anyone
gonna
who we are.
just kind of do it whenever we remember to say the actual introduction or anything. That'd be stupid.
Why was I the one who remembered that? I've been drinking all day.
Have you?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeet.
what did you? Oh my god! It's like the first time we got to the airport and you just went and bought the biggest shot you could.
Yeah.
You fuck.
We were traveling and I couldn't smoke. So I was just angry because of that. So I was like, I'm going to drink instead then. But I paid £8 for a fucking double.
It was
Jesus
watery,
Christ.
and it was watery.
Yeah, and it was watered down. It was really bad.
You paid £8 for watered down.
Yeah, it was in
bubble.
an airport.
Fuck
Fucked
airports, man.
Yeah, basically.
Airports are just weird and confusing. And once I lost a hoodie in one.
What?
I still can't find my big grey hoodie.
I got robbed in an airport. Someone when I was probably about 9, I used to fly between here and Spain to see my nan. Well, Tenerife to see my nan.
And we're there.
Yeah. And so I went through basically what my mum would do. She'd leave me at security and just send me off through the airport, and I'd just get on the plane and get to the other side, like you would a train, if you know what I mean. Like, but I just had to look at a bigger board. So I didn't really panic. So I was kind of cool with it. But basically, I was in the middle of a McDonald's, had my bag on the table, and my phone was on the side. I've gone up to this is 9-year-old me being stupid, leaving a bag at the table.
Yeah.
I've gone up to the McDonald's and ordered whatever I've ordered, come back, my phone's gone. I'm like, oh,
Oh, shit.
my mum, the last thing my mum says to me, don't lose the phone. It's my only way of contacting you. First thing I do, lose the phone. So, there's me wandering through the airport.
This kind of explains a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot.
I'm not the smartest of humans, but it was gone. So it's weird to think that someone would watch a 9-year-old and rob them.
And then rob their fucking phone.
It wasn't even like it would have been a good phone. It would have been like a Motorola
It would have been
of
a
some
brick.
sort. Yeah, it would have been a Motorola of like, I think it was the 3-button shitty touchscreen that didn't actually work. Fucking Motorola one with the
That thing.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those. It was awful.
Yeah, that's the.
I was like, mums, just get an actual phone.
Jesus. What is that? Oh, is that tobacco from Dan?
Yeah, Pueblo.
I've used all mine. That's the empty one.
I still have some of mine left.
I used it. How much did you buy in the end?
I think I got like 3 pouches or something.
I didn't end up.
I bought a
buying-
bunch, but I also just like smoked all the time when we were in Holland.
Yeah, we were just smoking purely
Yeah, cigarettes.
cigarettes only.
Yeah,
I really wanted to get some. I really wish I'd have bought more tobacco though.
yeah.
I
If I
really,
thought
really,
about
I
it.
was stupid and I didn't plan, but I should have bought more tobacco there. One thing that it did make me do there though is ride a fucking bike.
Yeah, I rode a bike for the first time in 5 years when we went to Holland.
It was one of the best sights I've ever seen.
Yeah, my brakes were
used
fucked,
to
so I
that.
kept almost like killing myself whenever we had to stop.
We'd be going down the road on like one of the fucking bike paths, and some guy would come past Alfie, and he'd like veer off and like nearly slammed into
Yeah,
the
so
tree.
I did ride a bike for like 5 years until then. So it's like, okay, just give me a day to get used to this again. We ended up cycling like 15 kilometers in one day,
Yeah,
and I was like, I didn't think I could do that. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, we.
Yeah.
But the thing is, out there though, 15
I get,
kilometers.
you know, I get tired walking up fucking stairs.
Right.
Like,
The thing that I noticed that's different to here, 15 kilometers there felt like nothing. Do you know why?
Because it's flat.
Yeah.
It's just all flat.
All of their areas.
I live 7 miles away from work.
Yeah,
like, I could cycle that if it were all flat.
Yes.
Yeah, I would totally do that.
If
but because it's all hills and turns and shit.
Yeah.
And everyone drives like a fucking cunt in the countryside.
Oh my god.
Like, I will die if I do that.
See, that's the thing is, like, where people don't have the same kind of rules like in the countryside because there's no.
Oh no, it really is kind of like the roads can just like if you have something like a 4x4, you can fit on the road.
Yeah.
And no one can really get past you unless you drive on the fucking verge.
I got stuck behind a fucking Land Rover yesterday, right? Because I have to ride on the road because I'm on an electric bike, so I rather ride on the road because if I hit someone, that's their fault.
Well, I mean, with any bike, you have to ride on the road. Some people are just cunts.
So I was riding, and I had this fucking Land Rover with a fucking blonde chick in the front. Dumb bitch, right? So she pulls up the side of me, stupidly fucking close. I'm literally, the curb is not even like 5 centimetres away. Did you just vomit?
No, gagged.
For fuck's sake! I'm so glad we caught that on recording.
See, he does do it.
He does do it all the time.
Anyway, you were cycling and nearly died.
Yeah, so I was riding and fucking I was about 5 centimetres from the curb, so you can't tell me I was in the middle of the road. I was on the yellow lines. I was following the yellow lines because that's how I keep myself straight.
Yeah.
So I look at the yellow line, I keep myself straight. So I know I was on the yellow lines. So she's come bellowing up the side of me, nearly hit me, missed me, gone flying up the road at like 40, 50 miles an hour down like a country lane, right? Gets to the end of the road, stops. Has to wait there for like 5 minutes. So what she does is because she can see that I'm coming up the side, she pulls over. When she drives forward, she drives to the right more, cutting the lane over, so I can't physically get past her. I was like, bitch, what?
I don't get what train of thought.
I don't know why you would do that. Like,
Some people are just cunts.
I didn't cause her. I wasn't flying down the road. I wasn't weaving in and out. I wasn't driving weird. I was doing my I was just trying to get from New Forest to Southampton. That was my only goal. And it wasn't even like I was rushing because I had time. I had like 4 hours.
What?
But yeah, like that. It just really annoys me that people don't like.
Yeah, if you think driving in the city is bad, like the countryside really.
Yeah.
It's like Mad Max. It's pretty bad.
I wanted to whip her out of a car, slam my dick in her throat.
Hey!
Does that mean like if I go and explore the countryside, I'll find a Thunderdome?
What's a Thunderdome?
Have you not watched Mad Max?
No.
Tina Turner runs like a gladiator arena.
I've heard of Tina Turner, but the only reason I've heard of that is because of The Simpsons.
Cause you're simply the best. You're better than all the rest. You're better than a million bucks. I don't know the rest of the words. I'm stuck on your heart. Woo!
Yeah,
Encore!
No, please don't.
Please. More
Please.
black people singing. Like,
God damn.
What
is it with rap?
California?
Bip, 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 bip.
Is this the musical section?
It's the intro.
This is the intro.
I come from
We're gonna cut
California,
this.
the Gambino.
And then we're gonna cut the intro now.
Entertainment, yes.
Yes.
Content.
We're chatting shit. Content.
We are.
What a prank.
Fun it for it.
What did you say?
Doesn't one of those
Funny,
prank
funny,
YouTubers rap now?
Funny.
Get?
Doesn't one of those fucking prank YouTubers rap now?
What? Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Don't. I will
He
kill
just raps
myself.
about his Disney Channel like contract that has now been terminated because he's an asshole.
I will physically kill myself if we talk about him on this podcast. I'm not
I
gonna
mean, we
kill
just did. Technically.
That's all we should talk about.
Yeah, that's
because
all that he gets.
so-
I'm just creating a mess now.
He's just breaking shit.
I'm just gonna hang myself right
Red
now.
Durst, please.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah! Motherfucking chainsaw! Yeah! He's actually strangling himself with like a yellow wire.
Yellow?
Yellow? Are you fucking
No,
colourblind?
it's pink.
Are you fucking? with a yellow wire. It's bright
It's because I
neon
was looking
pink.
at the Swan filter box. I was like, that colour yellow.
Yeah, they're the same colour. They're the same yellow, pie, pink, same colour.
What colour?
The right colour.
You racist.
Oh my god. The alt-right colour.
You know me. I hate.
I almost
every other
started
race.
singing like racist country music, but that's gonna be too much effort to like edit out.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna leave that.
I need to get a drink. Oh, talking about drinks, can I make you both a drink?
Sure.
It's like an iced coffee, but I make it differently, and it tastes like an iced coffee, and it's fucking paying. I made it today.
Is it like a broke motherfucker iced coffee?
It sounds like a broke motherfucker iced coffee, but right, it's got the same ingredients as a normal coffee.
Take us
But-
through your recipe.
I know because it's a secret recipe right now.
It's okay.
But
You're gonna make it first. And
I'm
then
gonna,
tell
yeah,
us.
I'm gonna, yeah. But it's got the same ingredients
full of
as a
MDMA.
normal coffee.
Do you just like? I know when I like.
Is it just cold coffee?
Yeah. That's
Is it
what I
just
do when I
cold
want to make
coffee?
like
Fuck.
iced coffee. I just get a coffee, let it sit for a bit, and then I put the ice in.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
you it. And you're
Because
gonna be blown away.
like fuck putting ice in it when it's warm. It'll just
Just melt.
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Nick.
Also,
I know science.
Hey, if you want to put water in, if you want to put ice in the hot drink, it'll melt the ice. Thanks, Dr. Scientist.
Science with Nick. The water is wet, fire is hot, wind blows.
Thanks,
My girlfriend
Avatar.
At Earth, oh no. You do a
Welcome
weird
to
dance
Earth.
and you might pick up a rock if you're real lucky.
Was that the fucking movie? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, Earthman gonna pick up a rock with the air and shit.
It
Well-
took like 10 of them doing a
Yeah,
dance
just to
to
pick
pick
up
up
one
one
rock
fucking rock.
and throw it at like one dude. It's like, yeah, you're still kidnapped. There's an army.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you ever watch The Visit?
No, I did not.
It was like, it's if you go on IMDb for it, it says comedy horror, but I think it was just meant to be scary, but it was so bad that like everyone was just laughing at it anyway, so they just put comedy. Because there was a bunch of weird shit in it. Because I got really high with James when we went to see it, because we thought, yeah, it's gonna be awful, so we might as well get fucked up and watch it. And we were laughing through the entire thing. Like the old people who turns out are like crazy. We predicted the twist like as soon as we saw the start of the film. Because the old people aren't actually their grandparents. And the old woman like starts like, acting like a dog and shit and like running around on all floors like biting people.
I bit some. Oh, right. Talking about I've got a story. When I was
You've still got the fucking thing around your neck.
yeah, I've got a story.
The yellow wire.
It's about biting someone when I was younger.
Bullshit.
Oh my god, that thing.
Rap something.
I can't rap.
Sorry, it's not my fault you can't rap.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not a rapper.
I'm a
so
white
stop
I'm not a
rapping at
rapper,
me.
but I'm not a rapper. Brown polo shirt. I'll wear that. Clarinet. I play that.
Thanks, Squidward.
Krusty Krab.
I play
I'll work that. My house. I live in that. Hey! 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 Let's do the gun noises. Hey!
I got a fever!
We got London on the track. Hey.
Let's do the gun noises.
Fuck your thug. Fuck your thug. Fuck your thug. I actually like Young Thug. Young Thugger. He's great.
Thugger.
Yeah. He's always like buying houses for his mum and shit.
Always buying houses for his mum. How many houses does mum need?
I don't
Always
know,
with
maybe
rich
she a big bitch.
It's just that thing that rich people have, like, oh yeah,
Buy a house for my mum.
I'm gonna buy everyone a house, and I'm gonna buy everyone like 10 houses,
Yeah.
because I got the money.
I mean, I wouldn't buy anyone a house. Like, if I win the lottery, I'd buy some weed.
You win the lottery and you're like, I'm not gonna buy anyone a house, I'll just buy you the equivalent of weed.
You know, you can keep living in your shit flat. I mean, you have
Right,
some
who
weed.
likes stronger coffee?
Me.
Yeah.
Moi?
See?
Right, you get the stronger one then. I don't know why it's stronger, but it's darker, so it means it's stronger.
It looks like nutrient
Just
paste.
try not to drink the black coffee beans because it just won't taste nice. But I've tried to get as much of it out as possible.
Well, I mean, I'm cool.
What are you
with
gonna say?
drinking
Try not to
it.
bring the
If
black
you want
part
to
of
drink it,
cigarette.
put it this way: if you want to drink it, it's just going to be really strong coffee. But if you try not to.
It's just cold coffee and you put a bunch of sugar in it or something.
Try it.
I'm hesitant.
It's quite nice.
It smells nice.
Yeah, it's alright actually.
Tastes like iced coffee.
Yeah, tastes like proper iced coffee.
Yeah, it does enough. Yeah.
It's quite
So
nice.
what's your
It
secret
has that
recipe?
like weird like
Right.
sweetness.
Gin
Yeah.
and piss.
So basically, what I do is I get my cigarette, I light it, I put one dab of ash into each cup, right? I then get
I don't know if he's joking or
a
not.
teaspoon of cum. Then I get that, rum it around the rim.
Still don't know if he's joking. I mean, he was doing all this behind me, so
Yeah, no, it's milk, sugar, coffee. You put one small teaspoon of coffee, 4 teaspoons of sugar, and
Daddy's
turn
milk.
it half into so you put enough milk into half of the cup, stir it so that you get through it condenses most of the sugar and coffee, so it kind of not purifies it, but makes it all dissolves really evenly. Then as you stir it, you add more milk and constantly stir it, creates bubbles. If you get bubbles, you know you're doing it correctly.
So what's the weirdest crackhead you ever seen?
Nick.
Me and Lewis once were coming back from the pub with 2 of our friends.
Oh my fucking god!
And
Yes.
we were like, oh yeah, we didn't have much to drink. We all just had a cocktail or 2. I only had one because Lewis got me one. I was like, thanks, Papa.
I was
he
trying to
turned
get
up. He was like, oh yeah, what cocktail should I get? And I was like, blah blah. And he just went, okay, we'll get 2 of those.
yeah. That's basically how I go.
And so we head back, and I went, you know what? I want to get a kebab, but I couldn't get a kebab. But then someone wanted to get chips. So we went down and we got chips for John.
Yeah.
And as we're doing that, this homeless guy comes up to us.
My fucking
and he asked for a lighter because he wants to do a shotty.
At this point, we're all thinking,
Oh, dude wants to smoke some weed.
Yeah.
Weed!
So we were like, okay, yeah, I can support this homeless guy smoking a bit of weed because it's not going to do that bad. It's just going to relax him a bit.
At the end of the day, if he's
if
he wants to
of
spend
all
his
the drugs
money
a
on
homeless
weed,
person could
yeah.
do, if he's got weed, I'd rather him be doing that.
Yeah.
So he says shotty, and we're all like, okay, yeah, go smoke some weed. I'm glad you're not putting
Smoking
heroin in
crack.
yourself.
Yeah, no.
But what did he do?
He goes to the outside of the road. He goes into the phone box, and we're like, okay, yeah, wind protection and all that. And we can see him kind of curled up in there doing his fucking business. And then we wait. John gets his chips.
Snapchat. Tell him about the Snapchat story.
And we Snapchat because we're like, oh yeah, this homeless guy wanted a shotty, haha. And we're like, that was quite funny. And then John gets back from the chips. We wait a bit longer, and the guy's still taking a while. So we wait about 5 more minutes, and then we decide, all right, how about we just go tell him we can keep the lighter. So Lewis starts to walk over first. We start to follow him. And
Dominant male, pride's off.
As he gets to the phone box, he turns and he looks and he goes, yeah, no, you might want to let him keep that lighter. Definitely. And we're like, why? He's like, he's heroin. And we're like, oh!
So, from my point of view...
That's not very fun.
So, from my point of view, what have happened is I've walked over the road. As I've walked over the road, I've looked towards the phone box to see a man scrunched down on his ass, hermit style, when they have their, knees tucked into their chest.
Yeah.
He's scrunched down in the corner doing that. He's got his left arm hanging out with a fucking elastic band around one arm, right? And he's got a needle hanging out of his mouth, lighting and a spoon, lighting the spoon with the other hand. And I'm like, just keep the lighter. And he's like, huh? And then I just turned around and just started fucking walking. I was just like, I'm not fucking dealing with that.
You can do your heroin, you can keep our lighter.
Yeah, we'll give another one. Someone else can give you one.
I ain't dealing with that shit.
Yeah. Fuck your heroin.
So that's the
weirdest crackhead that you've seen.
What's the weirdest crackhead you've ever seen?
I've seen a few. There was I'll tell a couple. There was one time when I was on my way to Norwich to see a friend's dad. He's also my surrogate dad. He's chill. And I'm sat outside the Cafe Nero by Victoria Coach Station, and like there's a group of Turkish dudes.
What, Victoria, London?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a group of Turkish dudes also sat there that are like pretty angry, and there's one dude stood up who looks like a crackhead. I don't know if he was. And like they're just getting louder and louder, and I'm just sat there kind of like enjoying it but also scared. And like 4 Turkish dudes.
You kind of sitting there jerking it in the corner, getting a little bit excited.
Yeah.
Crackheads.
Thanks. Yeah, and like these 4, like he starts fighting one of these dudes outside Cafe Nero and like falls onto like this woman's table next to me, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Jesus.
Yeah, don't go to London. But there was also when we were in Holland. Actually, I went out. You know, a German guy, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out with him. It was like we're going to the store because he wanted to get food, and we're walking up and we walk past and we see this crackhead because I can spot a crackhead from a mile away.
Alfie does have a crackhead sensor. I swear.
It's like I can tell who's a crackhead.
Yeah.
And yeah, we walked past him like, sorry, no money, go away. And he's just like, oh, you're drinking in the street, are you? And we're like, yeah. He's like,
Oh, you get harassed
like,
by a crackhead.
That's a €90 fine if the police find you. And we're like, oh, thanks for warning us. He's like, for my advice, you have some change, please. And we're like, sorry, I don't have any change, I think. And he's like, please, I'm very hungry, I live on the street. And it's like,
he's like
Daniel
touching you on the pockets. He's like, fuck you got change, I can hear it.
Well, Daniel goes into his pocket. It's like, well, fuck, I have to now, otherwise this crackhead might stab me. So I'm basically being robbed a little bit, I guess. I give him like 20 cents.
I'll be
He's
the
like,
crackhead.
Thank you. You have no more euros, please.
I'll be
and
the
like,
crackhead.
no, sorry.
Alfie, I'll
And
be
we
the
leave,
crackhead.
and
Role
like
play.
we walk on the other side of the street on the way back because I don't want to fucking talk to the crackhead anymore.
Role play. I'll be the crackhead. You be you. Nick be.
You're
You're the German kid.
Yeah!
No, Daniel was very.
Daniel's a very
probably
quiet.
gay.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
a pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of German.
That's more German.
Oh, that kind of... Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Bruno.
here to do the lift. Oh, watch my booty as I squat. Yes. Sorry.
Sir. Wait. Was he Dutch?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he sounded, hello.
Hello, sir. Have you
Sorry,
got change?
I have no change.
Sir, are you drinking?
I'm Dutch police.
Sir, you drink what?
I'm Dutch police. Give me your crack.
What?
Give me
Here?
a crack.
What? No.
Give me your crack. Give me your.
German
give me your crack.
boy! German boy, help me!
No.
Give me a
German,
crack.
have you got any change?
I
Give me
have
a
no
crack.
change.
No, stop it, please.
Give me
sir.
your crack.
Please
I
stop.
need that crack.
I don't.
Give me the crack.
I take it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That was.
There you go, Rob.
That was the.
Hello, please. He wasn't Indian. I don't know why my Dutch sounds Indian. But he had like a big mustache and no teeth. So it was like, hello, sir. He's wearing like a tracksuit that had like some nut stains on it.
He's like speaking through one teeth. He's got one tooth in the front of his mouth.
Yeah, but he had those crackhead eyes. You know the
One
crackhead
to,
eyes?
the one to go left and right at the same time.
No, they were just like really sunk and like really open and like just bloodshot. Like, hello, sir.
Hello,
You
sir.
have any change?
You got any change?
My English not so good, I'm Dutch.
Are you drinking?
Yeah, so that was a weird crackhead I saw.
Wow, I've never been harassed by a crackhead. Let me just say that. Well, I've been.
Well, you
harassed.
have to beat them up at work.
Yeah. Right, that was taken out of context.
Give us context because the context is still fucked up. Like,
Okay, right. So I work in a shop. I'm not going to say the shop, but there's a fair amount of customers that are loyal customers that
don't pay for things.
that like to play games with us where they take things and don't tell us. And so basically sometimes I catch them and I do tell them off, but the thing is, with crackheads, they don't kind of understand yes and no, and they don't know bad and good. They will just want or not.
They just do it. They're like a dog.
And so, if they want something, they are gonna try and take it, whether you try and stop them or not, whether you are polite or not.
Yeah.
So,
They gonna take your shit.
Yeah, they're gonna do it.
that's yeah. And so, recently, I had a person come in who was very drunk and probably high on something. I'm not sure. But basically came in, tried to steal 2 bottles of Lambrini, big bottles of Lambrini. They're cheap alcohol.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with this, except he lied to my face twice after watching me do it. Right?
You watched him do it and he just said no.
Yeah, right. So basically, I've gone up to the top of the aisle. He's stood in the middle of the aisle with like a grey shirt and grey.
Crackheads always wearing like tracksuits and polo shirts.
Yeah, he's wearing like a grey shirt with like grey tracksuit, like not like tracksuit bottoms, but like jean tracksuit bottoms.
Yeah.
So he stood in the middle of the aisle looking at this Lamborghini, and I'm like, go on, do it. Because he's got his big bag, green bag next to him. And I'm
they
like,
always have like a fucking bag. It's like, yeah, you're going to go hand. Get
exactly.
out.
And so he stood there, he's staring at this Lamborghini. Eventually he picks it up. I watch him put 2 bottles of Lamborghini in his bag. He then walks over to the mini cheddars, picks a pack of them up, walks up to the till. So he starts paying for the mini cheddars, and the guy behind the till looks at me and says, "Are they £1?" Because he was saying that they were only £1 when they were actually 180, and they weren't on sale. So I don't know why he did that.
So even then he was still trying to rob you.
He alerted us to him. Did you just vomit again?
No, I burped. That was a burp. That was.
Oh, it's just a very snorty burp.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry,
So-
my nose is blocked.
He's alerted us to him anyway, and so I've gone over to him and I've said, no, they're 180. Also, are you going to pay for the 2 bottles of Lamborghini in your bag?
Yeah.
Oh no, I bought them from somewhere else. Well, I just watched you put them in your bag. Yeah, no, I didn't. They're mine. I've pointed over to the shelf where there's 2 empty spots where he's taken them from the front because it was like 10 o'clock, so we pulled everything forward.
Yeah.
So there's 2 empty spots where he'd taken the Lamborghini from. He's like, no, starts trying to yank the bag away from me. So I've grabbed the bag, I've thrown him against one side of the, he's tried to drag me out the till. He's tried to drag me out the front. Like, I don't know why. Let's go home, little boy. I leave now.
I don't want the Lamborghini, I want you.
He was actually fishing for me. It was actually bait. He actually baited me. That was
Chase me, little boy.
Chase me. Right. So I don't know why you went German.
It's just the one who you like threw through the lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I've dragged him back into the store, and he's tried pulling me out again. So my next reaction is to put him up against something. So I've thrown him around the side and thrown him into the counter, into the lottery tickets, into the scratch card tickets. But they're not actually as sturdy as I thought. So I've actually ended up putting him through the lottery tickets, and it's actually snapped the whole lottery deck off. And so basically, I've now got a guy that's drunk holding onto a bag of Lamborghini through a lottery ticket dispensary with 2 customers in the store and an Indian guy screaming at him in very loud Indian, who was the guy that was behind the till.
Yeah, screaming in Punjab or
Yeah,
something.
screaming in very loud Indian, very scary. But yeah,
Very scary.
I ended up getting the Lamborghini off him, and he shook my hand as he left and said, he also threatened me at saying he was a boxer a lot.
Yeah, he said.
He was like, I'm a boxer, I will beat you up, I'm boxer, I kill you, I'm boxer. I'm like, dude, I've dealt with like 4 crackheads today, just leave. Like, please, I'm drained.
Was this when? No, this wasn't when I went home and then like in the span of me hanging outside your store, like 3 crackheads had gone in.
Yeah, we have a very wide variety of customers.
No, you don't. They're crackheads.
It doesn't help with this street that you're on,
No,
because there's so
not
many
at all.
crackheads around here.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah, the
Oh,
road
yeah.
is fucking awful.
It's
Yeah,
fucking unreal.
100%.
It's
But
just
yeah.
a shitty area, just this part of city.
But yeah, Jesus.
I mean,
Oh,
I would
tell-
say it's
have
the
you-
worst
have you talked
area,
about
'cause
the-
right, like, just up there are some gorgeous houses. There used to be mansions up there that are now, like, really high-end apartments. Shit's
Yeah, we'll
weird.
past them and shit. But yeah, have we told the story where like I helped save the shop from a crackhead?
No, I've never told that one.
So I was
Alfie saves the day.
Right.
I was hanging out with Lewis waiting for him to get off work. You know, I was like tying up newspapers and shit, just trying not to loiter basically. And like this crackhead comes in, and as I said, I can smell a crackhead from a mile away. He comes in, he's got those eyes, he's got no teeth, he's wearing a tracksuit.
the usual crackhead look.
Yeah, he's wearing a hat, like as far over his face as he can, and like he just looks at me because I'm looking at him because like, this is a fucking crackhead, and you're just like, you just don't give a shit. You're doing something behind the till, and he just stares at me, and he just walks to like the back of the shop, And this crackhead's like 6'3" as well.
Jesus,
so he's just
yeah.
looking over the aisles, like right at me, because I'm still looking at him. So I'm like, what the fuck
He's
are you
like
looking
staring you down. He's
like staring
What,
you
is he
down.
like just like peeking over the aisles like
No,
a fucking like?
he's not
Slenderman
peeking
style.
over.
Okay,
He's
he's
just
6'3".
looking.
He's just walking
Slenderman
around like a
style.
fucking giant.
He's not
staring
walking.
at you.
He just glides.
He's like gliding down the aisle, staring at Alfie,
And
not,
he-
not breaking eye contact.
And he's just like, oh yeah, I'm doing my shop stuff, and then Alfie's
Yeah,
got
and I'm
fucking
like,
Slender
what?
Man gliding along like.
Yeah, and then like he turns away eventually and like marches to the back corner of the store where we can't see him, and I type in my phone in a text and show it to Lewis, crackhead in the store, because I didn't know this was a common occurrence.
This was the only way that he could get the information.
Yeah, because if I
across to
say
Lewis.
there's a crackhead and he hears me, he's just gonna fucking
'cause they've
stab
got
me with a needle.
Supersonic crackhead hearing.
Yeah,
I can,
and like I show him that, and you
You
look
can smell
up.
your fear.
You
can
look up
smell
and
your
That's why he
immediately.
wouldn't stop staring at you. He knew.
Well, I show Lewis this text, and Lewis just looks up, and you have this "oh for fuck's sake" look in your face. Not a "oh god, there's a crackhead," just a "oh not again."
yeah.
And you just walk over to him, and I hear you say, "Sir, can you please open your bag for me?" And he I don't know what he does. He just give you the coffee.
Yeah, so basically what happens is at this point I kind of don't really, I'm not like, I just don't give a fuck. Like I don't. If they're going to try and fight me, they're going to try and fight me whether I'm polite or not. So I
Yeah.
walk over there, I'm like, yo, open up your bag. I know you've got it in there. You're going to give it me or am I going to have to drag you out the store and get it? Either way, I don't care. And so he hands over the coffee because they steal coffee because it's the most expensive. So they can resell it. What they'll do is
Yeah,
they'll
they
steal
sell it to
coffee.
homos.
Yeah, they'll steal coffee and then they'll go and sell it to all the homeless people for like 50p.
Yeah.
And then they'll go and use that 50p to buy crack.
Yes.
Like that's the way that the drug system works here. Like for anyone that's ever wondered how
It's how
stealing,
depressing
if anyone's
Southampton
ever
is.
if anyone's ever wondered how stealing actually affects drugs, is they steal it, go sell it to someone, and then
They buy crack. with it.
buy whatever they want.
But yeah, so he gives you this coffee and he just marches over to me, still looking at me, and I'm like, oh for God's sake, I'm gonna have to beat up a crackhead. And he says, you fucking opened your mouth, didn't you? And I'm just like, okay.
He's like marching towards Alfie.
It's like, okay, I can knock a crackhead out or I can stay cool.
Yeah,
And like, I'm
luckily-
gonna stay cool because it's Lewis's work and I don't want to beat up a crackhead here. And Lewis says we have CCTV. Get out.
Yeah.
And like he's eyeing me up again, and then he just marches out, and I kind of like, I'm not going outside without Lewis, just in case there's a crackhead waiting for me.
Fucking deep dive.
But I imagine he went to Sainsbury's or something instead.
Yeah, no, he probably went
Wait,
straight
no.
to
The
Sainsbury's.
crackheads around here are just.
They're insane.
Yeah, no.
Tell
they
me
come
about
up
the
to you and-
story.
Crackhead
What's the-
backflip.
When you went to see Rocky, and like they were just screaming.
Fuck me. So I went to go and see my friend.
This isn't even a funny story. It's just horrible.
Yeah, I want to go see my friend, and I had to go up, like one road. Oh, not right now. I do not want to blame.
That
And,
means cigarette for anyone who doesn't know what that means.
and I went up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go visit him. It may be 1 o'clock in the morning, but whatever. He had work, and so as I'm waiting for him to cycle up from his work, I'm waiting on a road near the shops because his road comes off of there, and I knew I'd just see him ride up on his bike.
Yeah.
And then there's a load of crackheads.
They
Everywhere on the
suddenly
road.
just spawn in.
They didn't spawn in. As I walk onto the road, like I walk past like a
The
group
crackheads are coming!
There were
Run!
3 crackheads, 2 male.
They're just like crap. They're just like scurrying along the road.
It's
They just look at you, hiss with a little. They just screech with a little forked tongue, and then they like run into a hedge.
like the on all fours with the fat heads.
They turn around to get like a 240p picture of them and send it to the fucking news. Crackheads.
Fucking, I spotted Big Bear, Big Tooth, Bear Tooth. What's the fucking Bigfoot?
They're all Native American chiefs. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, a bunch of crackheads just
Like
appear.
I walk up onto the road. And at first, there's like 3 that I see because I have to walk right past them. There's 2 male and 1 woman. And then I just look around the street. Further down the street, there's like 2 more crackheads. On the other side of the road where I needed to be, about 4 more. And then near the end of the road, there were some more. And then you had the normal people walking around who were like clubbing and shit because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and they were just trying to get around the clubs and whatever fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm just not going to look at the crackheads.
Just
I had to go and pull some money out.
That's bad.
Yeah, and so I was there and I was like, So I made sure, like, I went up to the cash machine when some other random woman crossed the road. I, like, kind of, like, trailed her, and I was like, I was there in my head, like, I'm sorry, I'm not following you, I just don't want to be, like, too close to the crackheads.
Yeah.
But luckily, as I went to the cash machine, she was waiting at the, like, shop right next to it.
She was like,
so I had someone right next to me, and I was like, okay, cool. And I did that, and then I kind of stood there, and as I was taking the money out, screaming erupts. Like, this woman fucking screaming, terrified. This commotion starts going down, and I kind of look around, and the whole street starts moving, so I just stare at the fucking cash machine, screaming going down. I'm like, nah, fuck this. And then, like, suddenly...
So you're not hood enough.
Yeah.
If you're hood, you just run away from that immediately.
I didn't give a shit.
To the cash machine.
I just stood there. My money still hadn't came out. I was halfway through that, so I was like, I'm just gonna wait here, do my money shit. And I'm staring at the cash machine, the screaming's happening, crackheads are running around, most of them fuck off the street. Like, there's this one guy who's screaming at this woman, like, yeah, fucking bitch! And she's like, no! And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And there's so much shouting, and there's a group of people, I'm like, what the fuck? But then, it just stopped. I was like, okay. And so I kind of look around again, and the street's kind of clear apart from some people at the top of the road, and I can't tell if they're crackheads or not. And then the police turn up, and they drive up, and they start talking to the people. Turns out they're not crackheads, because they were telling the police, I think, about what had happened. And then there's a man walking with a lady who's crying about how she can't stand up and screaming, and it sounded like the lady from before, and she just keeps collapsing onto the ground. Like,
she's probably on crack. Like heavy crack.
Yeah, she probably had some like bad shit or something.
Yeah, she's probably on some bad shit, and she's probably like tripping out bad.
Maybe she's just like...
No, I'm pretty sure it was an attack.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because like she was really struggling to like walk. It wasn't like she wasn't complete fuck. She was just like, it hurts. It hurts.
You do know there was like, you know, on London Road there was a really bad
on that
attack.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that road's fucking horrible.
Yeah, that road there was actually like a serious attack. Like police have been there. Like there was blood and shit.
Oh my god.
Like you may probably
that might have been
say something if you do know that, because that may.
I didn't see anything, mostly because I was terrified. I heard what happened, but I didn't want to look around because I figured if someone saw me looking around,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
they might want to get me involved.
Then you're gonna get fucked in the butt.
Yeah, so I just kind of tried to avoid it. I was like hyper aware at the cash register.
Yeah.
Like, if anything was coming near me, I was like, you better fuck off. Better fuck off. But like within 2 minutes, the whole ordeal was done and the street was almost cleared. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what the fuck happened. And then I went and saw Rocky.
Yeah, and then you called us and I was like, Lewis, should we go find Nick? But you were trying to set up audio for a podcast and you were like, no, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It's like, Nick might get murdered.
I'll be fine.
That'll be alright.
I'm used to it. I live here.
Yeah.
It's just
like,
don't
I live
look
in
at
the
it,
countryside.
don't acknowledge it, and you'll probably be fine. It's as soon as you try and do something about it that they give a shit.
Yeah.
Like crackheads around here, they don't give a shit if there's like 1 million people walking down the road. Because the problem with most places is like most people just don't give a shit.
Yeah. But if you do give a shit, then they'll stab you.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, what the fuck do I do? So I waited around, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and the police turned up, and I wanted to ask them questions, but figured that would be bad because I'd be pulled into it.
Yeah.
Talking about questions, I've just asked a question onto Twitter. Hashtag @Dongelvert is our Twitter. Sponsored.
Hashtag @Dongelvert.
Well, that's I don't know.
You mean
I don't know how Twitter
No,
works.
it's just @Dongelvert on
Dongelvert.
Twitter. Follow us.
Sponsored. What's sponsored?
Sponsored by ourselves.
It's sponsored by us. Pay me, bitch.
Technically, we do. But yeah, I asked.
I pay to come up here.
I asked.
Self-promotion saves up.
I've asked a question onto Twitter. Don't know whether we're going to get any replies. Ooh, did we just get a notification straight away? Wait, we may have a reply, but basically, I've asked a question. Oh no, it's just saying we got followers.
Oh.
Basically, I asked a question saying, ask us anything or give us topics. So we may get some random things come through.
Normally, no one's really gonna.
No, it's already in
until they know
hashtags
us.
and stuff. I've hashtagged
Ah,
it.
okay.
I've hashtagged it. Like, I've done podcast. We've also got followers.
Should I set up a Twitter?
We have got followers. Yeah, probably should have a Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
Well, I can do it for my
have
shit YouTube channel as well.
I have a
didn't
Twitter.
Subscribe to
I don't
Peanut
use it.
Arbuckle on
a,
YouTube.
stop fucking advertising on your
Do
fucking
it.
stream. No,
On your stream? This ain't a stream, boy.
We're not streaming, are we?
No.
technically
Does
we're
that look
streaming.
like we're streaming?
We're
Well, no,
streaming
it says like
audio.
how we're gonna edit this.
We're streaming audio.
Yeah, we're not streaming it live though. That's
Yeah. We're recording it.
I want to do live. I want to do a live podcast. I think that would be quite fun.
I have my camera as well.
That would be fun, but
But
I'm
we
not
have
ready to
to.
talk that
I'm
much.
not ready to do it yet. No way yet. But yeah, I want to do one.
We do something like that.
I want to get more comfortable with just doing a podcast and how it's all goes and how everything fits together and just.
So what's the most illegal thing you've ever done?
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. So what can you get arrested for?
Yeah.
I don't know, Alfie. What
Just
could I
say
get arrested
allegedly a lot.
Alfie, you asked me that question. Most of my stuff is still unhidden.
Oh. What was like? How old were you when you first beat your meat? Like how did you discover beating your meat?
How did I? Oh my god. Alright, I was.
Wow, that sounds like a fun story already.
Well, basically, my uncle showed me it.
Ha! What? What?
No.
Back touch kid noodle.
Beer touch.
Okay, so your uncle.
No. So,
I honestly thought you were telling the truth for a minute.
could have been, maybe. No, I.
He's rubbing his eyes a lot. The fucking like PTSD noise.
What is it? Look to the left or whatever.
I just clap and then he throws a vase at the fucking wall or something like. So yeah, how did you discover beating your dick?
I was in bed and I was probably about 12.
12.
Yeah, I was probably about 12. What age did you start?
Like 9 or 10.
Really?
Yeah. And now I have a beard.
I started like.
You beat so hard you got a beard.
Yeah, I started growing a beard when I was like 12. I was like, dude, is that because I beat my dick?
I've only just started growing fucking chest hair.
I don't know. What age would I have been like?
Alfie
I got
whips
fucking- I
Alfie
got
whips
back
open
hair.
a Hawaiian shirt that's not buttoned up
I got
except from
fucking
the
back
top
hair,
button.
nigga. Like, look at that shit.
Yeah.
I got back hair, man.
There was only the top button of his Hawaiian shirt was done up then. He just whips his shirt open. Only the top button, like a cape.
I mean, it's
You wear
glorious.
that shirt like a...
You'd think I'm Greek if I weren't so fucking pale. Like,
Oh no, I can believe you're Greek.
Oh,
I've
really?
been to Greece.
Alfie, you
There
didn't
are
even
pale
clean up the
Greeks.
blood on your leg.
I'll do that in a bit.
No, you need to clean up the blood on your leg. That's disgusting.
No, we're
And
talking
it
about...
could get infected.
It could get infected.
Nah, I'll be fine.
And it's bad for other people.
Yeah, I won't
If you get blood on any of my shit,
I won't
which
get
is
blood on
dry,
this shit.
but you should just clean it.
We're recording, I'll do it later.
Go away, Dad.
I'll bleed if I want to.
Alfie was bleeding before.
I've become so numb, I can feel you there.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. I almost smashed that glass. Like, as soon as you started, my first temptation was to grab this and
He
just
just
do
wanted
that.
to fucking
But then I
kill
was like,
you.
no, that's a terrible idea, Nick. I should not do that.
So Nick, how did you discover beating your dick?
Like, when I was in year 4, my friend told me about, like, Pornhub. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then, like, around the summer, I was like, okay, so what is this Pornhub stuff? And I didn't get to, like, look at it when I was in the summer, because in the summer I was in Bulgaria and we had no Wi-Fi. So I was just confused. I didn't know what porn was, but I just heard there were boobs on it.
I want them.
Like, the first time I had seen porn, I was like it was the end of year 2 during my summer holiday. Like, it was on Bulgarian
Jesus
TV.
Christ.
I got sent porn for
that
a
shit
group.
was weird. But like, I couldn't wank to it then. It was the end of year 2. My dick wasn't.
It was still inside of itself.
Yes.
I found out porn when I was in school. Like some
What?
kid wrote down this fucking link on a page, and I was so fucking worried that a fucking teacher would find it. I typed it in. I cannot remember the fucking video, but it was like just some weird fucking like. I don't know what it was. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it was the weirdest porn I think I'd ever seen.
You crazy nigga.
It was the first thing I'd ever seen. It was the first sex I'd ever seen.
Oh, the first time I'd actually discovered
We
porn.
didn't actually do sex education in our school. They skipped it for us. Which
Oh my god!
Yeah, they actually skipped.
They did a bit for me, but like, they didn't do much of it. They really loosely explained shit. So when I finally found porn, I was there. And like, I was like, oh, my dick's hard, what's this? And then I was like, okay, I just had the instinct to touch it.
Yeah.
And then I felt like, by the end of it, I felt like young Nick didn't know what the fuck masturbating was, he didn't know what the fuck, like, ejaculating was. And I was
Nah.
like,
Yeah, you
oh,
do-
I
you
feel
do-
like I need a piss.
the
So I
first
ran
time
to
you
the
get-
toilet
first time
and
you
white
come.
piss just comes out of me and I'm like, what's going on? I was like, and then I like,
Yeah, but like
just
before
didn't know
you,
what to do.
before you discovered beating your dick, you would just like rub your dick on stuff. It's just that feels good.
I did.
I don't know what I'm doing, and I would just be like in the living
Alfie
room,
just
like,
used to
rubbing my.
fucking hump shit
I would just like
constantly.
rub my dick on the couch and like no one would say anything.
Alfie's like humping the armchair.
Yeah.
Alfie, stop rubbing the armchair. You're leaving them. Look, you've rubbed away a mark.
Yeah, and then I'm in bed. I'm just like,
Smells of his ball sweat.
Still dripping.
no, my dick's
Still
in my
dripping.
through the trousers. I don't
Oh, okay.
get my dick out.
He's like
to
fucking
it.
a hole in the sofa.
You didn't
Alfie,
say
do you
you were
fuck
dry
sofas?
humping it. You were just
Yeah, I
saying
was
that
dry
you were
humping
rubbing
it.
your fucking dick on it. I presumed that young Alfie like pulled down his fly and just rubbed his dick, and everyone was like, whatever.
No, I was old enough to know, like, don't get your dick out.
But you weren't
wasn't.
old enough to understand to not just sit there rubbing it on the couch.
Yeah.
Sliding back and forth.
Yeah. And then the first time when being my
Riding
dick,
it like
I was
a
really
horse.
because I didn't like. This was before like sex ed as well, so I was just really confused. So it was just like I just kind of grabbed it and started going for it. It's like, oh okay. And then like, I got to the end of it, I was like, oh, what's happening? I was really scared and confused, and I was like, I'm never going to do that again. And then I was 13 and started doing it like 10 times a day.
Yeah. The first, mate. The first time is the weirdest.
But the first time, like, I found porn, like, I was at my friend's house where we used to make, like, Lego stop-motion films and just do wholesome shit.
Wholesome shit. You used to be
Yeah.
a whole kid. You used to
And
be
then,
a
like, he
Christian kid.
had his sister's laptop, and he was like, check this out.
She's got nudes on it.
No. He was like, he went on Google, and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, yeah, look at this. He types in porn. And it's like, what?
What? It's like the internet meme of the guy grabbing the keyboard and it's like...
Yeah, so, whoa, what are you doing? And he goes on like, what, I think it was like RedTube or something, like basic shit.
Oh, RedTube's weird though. Like the
RedTube.
adverts on that
Yeah.
fucking site are really weird.
Yeah, like we see the weird adverts they have on porn sites. It's like, whoa, what's that? I don't even know what that hole is. And then like,
What
and then
is
he
this?
clicks on the video, and it's just like, oh, teacher and student, what? And then like
What?
this dude, like, I'd never seen a circumcised dick before, so I was like, what's up with his dick? Why does it look so weird? And we're just like, yeah, what's up with his dick? Because it was like really curved as well. And it's like,
Oh my
what?
god. To the
And then
left, to the
we're
left.
like, yeah, that's weird. I'm not gonna. Let's leave that. But like, we didn't know what search history was. So my mum picks me up from his house, and then my friend just comes like running out the house to like my mum's car. It's just
To
like,
my
oh, no.
mum car. Brum brum.
Yeah, yeah. And he says, Alfie, you need to tell your mum what we did on the laptop. And it's just like, oh no. It's just like, oh no. And she's like, what did you do? And I'm like, I didn't do anything. She's like, were you watching porn? And I'm like, how did you get that so quickly? No, it wasn't. And she's like, well, if you're not old enough to talk about it, don't watch it. And it's just like, now that I kind of think about that, now it's like, well, I'm not going to talk to you about like what I beat my dick to now.
Oh yeah, Mum, I was watching this porn where these like 3 black men just fucking absolutely destroyed this little Asian girl.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
Who
it's just
also
like
had
a
a dick.
really uncomfortable ride on the way home.
I've got an idea.
That was horrible.
Some people that will watch this podcast will have never done any sort of drug ever. Okay?
Oh, so we're doing drug stories.
No. I was thinking, what was the first thing that you would say to a person that has never done a drug? What is the one thing that you would say to a person?
I don't know. I don't do drugs.
You must have
I
so
don't know what
much
you're on
money.
about. I don't do drugs.
The first thing I'd say is someone who's never, what, like a child?
No, it would be, so say someone was going to smoke weed for the first time. Okay, so here's the scenario.
The same thing that I said to Meg. Like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, it's not that bad. Like, weed's pretty decent. All the
You'll
other
just
drugs,
get giggly and hungry
Yeah.
and go to bed.
Yeah, but,
you'll be mellow.
so you would, fair? Would you give them advice on how to, or would you just tell them?
Well, if they wanted to rip a bomb, like, yeah. Otherwise, like, you just smoke it like a cigarette.
Patch is going insane.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Patch.
I think it's because has she got any hair?
Yeah, she's munching at the hay.
Oh.
Well, I'm munching on that pussy.
Okay, you can edit that out if you don't want.
I don't mind.
I was just looking through topics.
I've got a quick porn thing though, because
Can we go away
No.
from porn?
No.
Please. We've been on like
no,
Crackheads,
it's something that
porn,
happened
and sex and
recently.
masturbation.
It's nothing like weird that I watched. It's just the other day I was watching YouTube with Tilly, and she saw the thumbnails, and like how they moved, and she was like, "Oh, I like how they do that now," and I was like, "Yeah, porn's been doing that for him." And she was like, "Yeah, really?" So I got a Pornhub because like you know how at one point how they had the feature where you could literally like for every second of the video just drag the mouse across. And they don't do that anymore.
That's useful.
Now they just do the highlights.
But
I was showing that to Tilly, and then we both see this advert on the side.
They still do
with
that
like
thing
this
on
girl and this chick and this dude, and it was really weird. And they start having sex, and then the dude's holding her and he's slamming her.
Yes, I've seen that.
And then she's bent over, and he's like spread out like.
Nick has stood up to demonstrate.
Nick is getting
She
everything.
was bent over, and he's like led on top of her, kind of planking, but sliding into her. Like, and he's not in her. He's just fucking her ass. Like, wee, and it's like what? It was, and then at the end of the advert, he runs away. Yeah. I was so confused.
Did you ever see the advert where like this woman was she ended up covered in paint or something, and she was like tied to a chair, and this dude like picked up the chair and was just like lifting her up and fucking her while she was tied to a chair.
Isn't advertising tied to what you watch?
I think a little bit, but that just popped up for a little while because like occasionally when I'm like. I won't be my dick, but I'm also just bored.
I watch it on my phone and shit. I had to get Pornhub up on my laptop.
I would use my laptop, but I broke my headphone port, so it's like the house has to be empty and my window has to be closed because you can hear everything from like my neighbours when the windows are open.
Fair.
So it's just like they're just like yeah.
There we go. Festival season's coming up.
Festival season's
just about gone.
Is it just gone?
Yeah. I think it was last weekend.
That's what I was thinking. Is it not going on anymore? Is there no more coming up?
There will be some festivals, but festival season itself, where the most big festivals happens, is the spring and summer.
Oh yeah,
like when we went to Field Day.
I was gonna say
Then there was Download, and there's Bloodstock, and there's all sorts of shit.
So yeah, fair.
So, what was your topic idea?
I was gonna say, what would you say to a person that's never been to a festival? What would you give? Because I've never been to a festival, and if I was to go to one, well, I've been to festivals, but not like massive ones. I've been to like smaller ones.
If you want to go to like a big one, I'd recommend Download first because there's not a load of druggies there. Like
go to Sonosphere. Sonosphere is way less sketchy than Download.
Yeah, but Sonosphere doesn't happen anymore.
I don't want an event to go to.
Yeah, ever since Iron Maiden and Limp Bizkit and stuff played there, like for last time it was properly advertised. Yeah. Since then, I haven't. Like, I looked up and I haven't found anything about Sonosphere.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say
that's the first festival I ever went to when I was like 11 with my dad.
Damn.
My dad's not even hardcore. Like that was my mum's idea of like saving my father and I's relationship because I saw this festival. I was like, "Whoa, Slayer!" Because I was 11 and I was really into them. Yeah, and she got
Slayer.
I still kind of like Slayer,
so,
even if I know they're assholes.
I don't want a place to go.
Oh my god, I have a story about that. It's no. I have a story. My dad.
I will speak.
I think my dad accidentally.
Alfie must speak.
I think my dad accidentally bought like pot brownies or something.
What? Where?
At this festival I went to, because this dude was going around and he was selling like food. We ate them and I ended up with food poisoning as well, and like he was driving like 90 miles an hour listening to classical FM taking me home because I was shitting and vomiting at the same time, and like
Beethoven.
Yeah, and I was like
fucking flying down,
and I was like lying down and I was writhing in pain in the back seat. I was like, "Dad, we're going too fast," and he was like, "No, fine, the road's empty." But my dad, like, he gave me quite a scary drive. I've seen him drive with his knees.
What?
Yeah, like I don't know why he does it. He doesn't really smoke or anything. He doesn't have to roll a cigarette.
I used to have a.
If he's just on a motorway, he'll just kind of like lift his knees up a bit and like steer the wheel with that. I'm like, Dad, stop doing that.
I used to have a driver that I used to work for when I was in landscaping who used to do that. But basically, what he would do is he used to roll whilst driving, and I was like, the first time I ever saw him do it. He would roll with one hand. So first of all, he'd start rolling with one hand. I was like, fair enough. If you can roll with one hand, my friend Jake has one hand and he can roll with it. So I know that you can do it.
You have a friend with one hand?
Yeah, he was born with it. He tells people that he got it bitten by a shark.
Vietnam.
No, he says he got bitten by a shark. What he
shark.
actually does is he gets his stump because it's basically at the point of his wrist. So where his wrist is there, it's just completely flat. There's nothing there except from 5 balls of skin, which are where his fingers would be.
Yeah.
And they're about that big, right? And they're just balls of skin that are attached to the end. They look like
reference, that's like maybe like half an inch.
Half an inch, yeah. So they look like they're gonna like snap off. Or he twists them around quite a lot. which is really weird.
Ew.
That's the thing that he does to freak people out. He also gets his stump, puts it inside of his mouth, and makes it look like he swallowed his whole hand, because it's literally, he's just got his mouth up to like here, and it looks like he's about that deep into his arm, into his mouth, because he's got no hand there.
Damn, he a freak.
He literally was sat on a bus, and an old lady was stood like at the bus stop waiting to get on, and she was staring at him, and so he just goes, and she's like, and then she freaks the fuck out, right? He shoves his fist in his mouth. She freaks the fuck out. She walks away from the bus stop and doesn't get on the bus.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I know
not met this dude.
So back to the landscaper story. I know that you can roll with one hand because of Jake, because he rolled a lot with one hand.
Yeah.
So I know you can do it. So I thought, well, if you can roll with one hand, cool. Like,
Yeah, do you?
you do you. If as long as you can drive safe, I'm
Yeah.
cool. And then he takes his other hand off the wheel and starts fully rolling. And I'm
Yeah.
like, put both your fucking hands back on that fucking wheel before
Yeah.
I put your head through the fucking steering wheel. No, I didn't, because he was like 30
Yeah.
and dench and a landscaper. Because he's like, fuck.
Because he's a landscaper.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, dude, can you keep your hands on the wheel, please? please, sir, can you put your hands back?
And
on
my
the
friend
wheel?
he used to have to like hold the wheel while his stepdad would roll a cigarette.
Fucking hell, dude.
Otherwise he'd
That's
just
so
drive with his
dangerous.
knees.
I saw a video on Facebook of some guys doing NOS whilst driving down the road, and they were
Yeah,
like swerving.
I saw it. They just had a balloon and they were just going all over the place. It's just like,
Yeah.
I wonder how loud their drum and bass is.
The crash will be even louder.
Mate, that'd be fucking lit.
They'll think it's a fucking pop of a balloon. It'll be the pop of their
Yeah.
head.
I mean, I got that fucking time.
Fucking idiots.
I did NOS
What
one time.
retards?
I did too much. I ended up paralyzed for like 20 minutes. I had to walk down to the train station. I was just freaking out. Like, I had my headphones on and everything sounded cool and tinny. And it was so weird.
Oh, dear.
I recommend it though.
Laughing guys.
Laughing,
Yeah.
yes, it's legal. Completely legal.
Yeah. I may even go and get some.
It's completely legal due to the fact that our government is a load of shit and made laws that don't work.
Yeah,
And the
most
thing
of them
is-
don't make sense, but sometimes that's good.
Talking about laws that don't work, I'm actually going to bring up a personal subject, which is that you can be kicked out of your home at 16 years old, but you cannot rent legally or own any sort of property until you're 18 years old under the UK government law. But you can be forcibly removed from your home at 16 years old.
Well, it's
On
like
your
in the
16th
UK.
birthday.
You,
Explain that
you
to
can
me. That's
fuck
2 years.
You can fuck at 16, but you can't watch porn till you're 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, the legal age in the UK and on websites like U18 plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
many-
going into
I
shops
mean,
and
soon
stuff.
we're probably gonna have that fucking call up to beat your dick.
Do you want to know something?
Call up to beat my dick.
Yeah, because the government want to put that thing in.
Oh
where you
yeah,
can
they want to
call-
like you have to call the fucking. you
Like,
have to get a
yes,
porn
I'm
license.
18. Can I just beat my fucking dick? And they're like, okay, you've got 15 minutes.
You need a
Go.
license. You need a license for everything in the fucking UK.
That's fucked.
You need a license to get a license.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
like, oh, you got your TV license.
Yeah.
It's like, now I see
Luckily,
the BBC
you only
are doing.
need a TV license to watch CBBC. You can have a TV and not need to pay it as long as you don't watch that.
Yeah.
But obviously, no, if you have the TV, they're going to presume it. That's why I don't have anything attached to my TV apart
Yeah.
from my PS4. It's my
Yeah.
PS4 machine exclusively.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, they're not actually like a government thing, I think. So if a bailiff comes, I'm just gonna like lock him
They
outside.
can't come in. You can just refuse them.
Yeah, they're not allowed
to like if they force entry, like get rid of them.
Yeah, they've got no right to force.
Welcome to England. If you have a butter knife on you, you'll get arrested.
Yeah. Also.
Oh my god, have you seen the knife bins? Only a coward carries. It's like, yo, I'm carrying a knife because everyone else carries a knife.
Yeah.
It's like why everyone has a gun in the US. Because if you don't have a gun,
Everyone
only
else has
fucking
a gun.
freaks and criminals have guns there.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's basic. Yeah, I don't carry. Well, I could carry. I did carry, but I've stopped. But
What, a
yeah.
shank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've carried before.
Yeah, I have before when
safely-
I've had to walk through like the bad part of my own town and
Yeah,
stuff.
safely
Because
is
my
a-
friends have gotten like mugged there before. People I know have been mugged there and
I've
beaten
been
up
where I've
for
been.
no reason. One time, this one dude, I remember my friend was telling me this story. He was like, "Yeah, I was just cycling through town and I stopped to roll a cigarette." And this dude, like, he's wearing a vest and like his face is really bloody and his hands are really bloody. And he comes up and he says, "That's a nice bike."
That's a beautiful bike.
Yeah, and my friend's like stood up on it with like the kickstand down. He's like, "Cheers." And this dude, like, he lifts up the bike by like the back seat, like looks for a second, puts it back down. He says, "I'll let you keep it," and just leaves.
He refused your bike.
Yeah, and he's not got a shit bike or anything. I guess he just didn't really feel like it since he was just like fucked up already. Like, that's a bad estate in my town that I'm not going to name because someone from there will probably come for me. Because I used to hang out there when I was a teenager with my one friend who's now like studying science and shit at Portsmouth University. And like what we do is like we would hang out and we would like smoke weed outside like kind of near this park area and stuff.
Yeah.
And like his little brother and stuff would like get the gang of kids to come around and they would just like try and hang out with us. And we used to like throw change down and shit, and they would like fight for it. And I remember this one encounter.
You just didn't be a
there was
kid.
there was this one encounter I saw. It was like outside his fucking house. Like there were 3 kids and they were fighting over like a plastic medal, and 2 of them ganged up eventually, and like they pinned this one kid against the wall. They were just beating the fucking shit out of him for this plastic gold medal from Batman. And we were just like just watching, and like I watched a kid like nearly bite another kid's nipple off. There, like.
Have you ever bitten another person?
We told that one at the start.
And on that note, we end.